Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is the one that I've actually been saying I was going to do. I haven't gotten to it, and now I'm going to get to it. It must be some kind of a planetary alignment tonight. I mean, I'm in a dress and I'm wearing makeup. Holy crap. Wow, this never happens. But today's video is about something that is just really, really unique. And I think it's just very distinct. And it actually has a lot of variations. So, what what's Philly speak? Now, let me throw a disclaimer out there. I am from Delco. So, our first word of today, I'm going to be using things and write these things down. Okay. Can you see that? Delco. D-E-L-C-O. Delaware County. Okay? I'm from Delaware County, Pennsylvania. It's literally stands between the state of Delaware and Philadelphia. I live in South Philly now, so I do hear like some other stuff, but I don't think it's really affected my accent that much. So that's where we start off with. We start off with Delco, okay? I've said this one before in a video, but now I want you guys to actually see how it's actually spelled. And the next one, very important, that's John. So what is a John? Well, this is a John, and this is a John, and that's a John, and I'm a John. I mean, so it's anything and everything. It can be used in so many different ways. All right, we're good to go on that one now. All right. This is going to be two of them. I'm going to put on the same thing. These aren't things that are said in a way, but these are things that are said in different ways, different uses. So in the city, they like to rename things, and I find that a lot of people are kind of hesitant to those changes. So we're gonna just gonna write a couple things up here, and here we go. So I've got 4 terms on here, okay? Most of these are in the city. So, Market East, Delaware Ave, R2, I know it looks like an S, it's a freaking 2, and Bazaar. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. Market East. Market East is one of the main train stations that every train in the Philadelphia area goes through. It got renamed a couple years ago. It's called Jefferson Station. No, it's Market East. And on that topic, there is a shopping mall that is kind of attached. It was recently reopened after being closed for 4 freaking years for renovation. This one's going to take 2. It took 4. So the name of this shopping mall is I'm probably going to screw this up, but I don't care. The Fashion District of Philadelphia. It's the Gallery. Okay? It's the Gallery. I am always going to call it the Gallery. Okay? The last pair of sneakers I bought at the Gallery. Some video games I bought it at the Gallery. I bought clothing at the Gallery. I did everything at the Gallery. It's the Gallery to me. My screensaver on my computer, when I load it up, it's the Gallery. That big disco sign that is just speaks to my youth. My brother and I used to go up there all the time, and that's what we would do. Now, the next thing on the list is R2. So, a couple years ago, SEPTA, Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, they decided to rename the train routes. So, they always were R1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, wait, hey, Joe, what happened to the R4? There is no R4. So now they're named after their respective destinations. So I would take the R2 all the time with my brother to go to the Gallery, getting off at Market East. But now it's the Wilmington Newark line. No, it's still the R2. Sorry, not sorry. I skipped a really important one here. Delaware Avenue. Okay, so this is a sticking point for me. So, little known fact that really doesn't matter. The city of Philadelphia has a street named after every county in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Um, Whether it be a street or a road, pike, whatever, um, every county has a you know has a street associated with it. Um, they're actually some of these streets have been renamed, so I think it's, and I could be wrong on this, but I think Montgomery Ave, um, parts of it are now Cecil B. Moore that goes through Temple. Spoiler alert: if you go to Temple, don't go off the campus. Okay, just don't do it. Okay, it's just like Widener and Chester. Don't go off the campus unless you know where the hell you're going. Okay, listen to me. You live longer. Um, so Delaware Avenue is the road that runs along the Delaware River for the most part. So we have a front street in Philly, but we don't have. We still have Delaware Avenue. So Delaware Avenue runs along the waterfront of Philadelphia for the river. And let me be blunt here, our waterfront sucks. I mean, this is my home area, but the riverfront, it sucks. It's totally, completely underdeveloped. But anyway, so if you're at the stadiums, and let's say you're at Broad and Pattison, if you're going east on Pattison, all right, you keep going, go past Front Street, it curves. It curves up. It curves up, and then it turns into Delaware Avenue. Except for they renamed it to Columbus Boulevard. No, no. Especially Columbus. I mean, he sucked. Why are we naming anything after Columbus? You know what I mean? So, no, definitely no to that. Now, parts of it still are Delaware Avenue. You got to go basically. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it's basically past. I think it's like past Fishtown or north of Penn's Landing near Fishtown. At any rate, there's actually a part of the road that actually runs. There is a road that's separate from Pattison and turns into Delaware Ave that runs separate and actually does go down into the Navy Yard. It's the east entrance, except you can't use it. It's filled with all these like cars and really weird stuff. Google it. Just Google it, people. It's like really wacky. But that's actually called Delaware Avenue. And then it kind of ends and merges in with the main one, but again, it's Delaware Avenue. So I go to my Lowe's. I go to the Lowe's on Delaware Avenue. Okay, I'm not changing. The last thing I had on that sheet of paper was Bazaar. More precisely, the Bazaar. The Bazaar, in my mind and heart and soul, is still there. We give directions based on the Bazaar. Now, the Bazaar is in Delco. We're talking Clifton Heights here. So basically, if you wanted to learn stick shift, and my brother went through this with my dad. Thank God I didn't, but my brother went through this. There's a road that runs up from Glen Olden area. You come up, and then it's called Bishop Ave. Bishop Ave. You're going north on Bishop Ave, approaching Baltimore Pike, and go up to Baltimore Pike. It is steep. So if you can't drive stick, man, you're like, it's scary. I know how to drive stick, and even I hated driving it. I'm not saying I was an expert on driving stick. Best stick shift driver ever is my brother Will. No, hands down. He's the best. He's literally is the best. So the Bazaar was kind of like Boost Corner. So like, what was Boost Corner? It was kind of like a farmer's market, sorta odds and end kind of thing, like a really low class mall, but not like low class as in that kind of low class. It was just like it wasn't polished. It fit the personality of Delco. So I was in Clifton Heights. That's just outside the city, couple miles, really not that far. Baltimore Pike, actually, if you continue towards the city, turns into Baltimore Ave, takes you into U City. So you got that. So two more really good ones here that I want to put out. These are really actually more than two. Bear with me here, people. Bear with me here. These are some really important things. Okay. So, the first one on the list. Yeah. There is only one group of people who says this word right, and that's here in Philadelphia. It's water. Okay? Water. There's not a D in there. It's not wood, it's water. Kind of like a T. It has a T, but it's water. Now, I understand that if we look at the phonetics and the English language and the spelling of the word, you're probably going to tell me that, Joe, you're wrong. But let me break it down to you like this, okay? Revolution, Declaration of Independence, we kind of all did that here in Philly. So we're the cradle of liberty, so I think we get to say what goes. Okay? That's kind of how that works. Now the next word. Try to look at this one here. You're like, oh, what the hell is that? Skookle. Skookle. Some people call it Schuylkill because there's a road that runs parallel with the Schuylkill. That is I-76. 76 is a really fun road to drive on. It's got some really great views, but usually traffic really sucks on there, and it's a really easy way to go from where I live in South Philly literally up to like King of Prussia. It's like, bam, I'm right up there, and I don't have to take 95. I don't have to go up the Blue Route. I gotta explain that one too for you, but just hold on, people, hold on. All right, so we're almost done. Just hold still. The last one. Now this one's easy. It can be said in I would say there's 3 different ways. So I think there's like if you're not from here at all, you say Passiyunk. If you're from like the area, I would say more so if you've lived in South Philly enough like myself long enough, I can't even talk. I say Passyunk. There's an H in there. And then I think if you're like a local South Philly person born and bred, I think you just say Passyunk. 2 syllables versus 3. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I'm just going to remember which ones I wanted to do. I have a lot on my mind. I got to try to remember everything that I really, really, really want to say. Okay, here's an important one here. What's my favorite football team? Who's my favorite football team? The Philadelphia Eagles, okay? Now, South Philly, they're going to say Eagles. Just in case you don't know how to spell Eagles. There you go. They say Eagles. Yeah, we're going to watch the Eagles. So, one caveat to that is when it's football season, there is a universal way to say hello, thank you, you're welcome, have a nice day. There's one phrase that covers it all during football season, and everybody does it, okay? Go Birds, okay? Go Birds. Somebody said, it's like, hey, I just got a haircut today. How's it look? Go Birds. I can't lie to you people. Now, that's enough words for right now, but I want to explain something that's really, really important, okay? In this area, I live in South Philly. I'm from Delco. I literally maybe like 5-6 miles from where I grew up. The Delco accent is different than the South Philly accent, which is different than how they talk up in like Bucks County. I mean, I don't really think they're even part of the city, to tell you the truth. They don't even say water right. How can you trust anybody from up there? But South Philly is big, a lot of Italian, a lot of other people. Delco, we got a lot of Italian. We have like our Irish and, So the one thing you never want to do is if you're from Delco, don't tell somebody you're from Philly. Because somebody from Philly's going to be like, bullshit. You're not from Philly. You don't even sound like you're from Philly. You're from like the suburbs or something. Be honest. Philadelphians, we know. Now, I think we're all kind of generically Philadelphians. That's just at least my thought. But, that's what it is. So, there's other words. I'll compile a list. We'll go over stuff. Try to use these words in a sentence. Like, hey, I saw that John on the Schuylkill. You know what I mean? I saw that John on the Schuylkill going to the Birds game. See? I just used 3 of those words in, one thing. That John like dumped into the water, you know? So things like that. So there you go. That's a little intro to Philly speak. Um, Philly slash Delco speak. Like I said, there's a difference. Um, Delco is its own identity. I mean, there are streets where we just decide to like skip letters out. Like the main street in Ridley that has all the bars is McDade, but it's spelled MacDade. Nobody says MacDade. It's McDade. So it's a very short McDade. You know, McDade, not like Mick something like McDonald's. You know, so that's there you go. So that's your first little verse into the loveliness that is the Delco Philly accent. So there you go. Enjoy. Put some comments in, and I have an event to go to. So have a nice day, everybody. Mwah.